Coronation Street confirms sinister Carla twist in Becky's large Christmas plot. Has Becky subsequently were given the entirety she desires? Coronation Street's twisted villain Becky Swain receives the Christmas of her desires later this month. With Carla Connor out of the photograph and Lisa returned in her arms. But while Lisa begins off evolved to develop suspicious, Becky steps up her lethal plans. It is certainly terrifying to watch. At the same time as the relaxation of the road is striking tinsel and making a song carols, Becky is orchestrating a mental horror display proper beneath their noses. Becky has decided to get her own circle of relatives out of Weatherfield earlier than her depraved methods are rumbled. However, can she control it? She acts like a female possessed, pushed through a warped feel of affection that appears loads extra like obsession and control. Becky is probably at the naughty listing. However, all her needs have come true. Teasers are Corrie sauce. Naughty listing is placing it mildly, she belongs in a jail cell. Becky's devious schemes are paying off and she or he has Lisa proper in which she desires her. But while Lisa receives demanding information approximately Carla, will she snap out of Becky's spell? Becky's cautiously laid plans collapse while she gets information that Costello is enhancing and is being moved to a rehab clinic. This is the unfastened thread that would get to the bottom of the complete jumper. Masking her panic, she steals Lisa's police badge and wheels Costello away. The audacity of this female is aware of no bounds. Impersonating a police officer to abduct a susceptible affected person from a medical institution is high risk. Determined behavior. Has she silenced him for right, or does she produce other plans for her accomplice in crime? Knowing Becky, Costello is not heading for a pleasant recovery. He is possibly being stashed away or silenced completely to hold her secrets and techniques buried. Meanwhile, heartbroken Lisa gets a textual content from Carla. Traumatic, she take her call off the mortgage. This cold, bureaucratic call for would not sound just like the passionate Carla we know. She's even extra overwhelmed while photographs seem of Carla sipping cocktails, reputedly with inside the solar in Lanzarote, as though their love tale is a far-off memory. Now, pull the alternative one. Chuck, Carla Connor, the female who runs the manufacturing unit with an iron fist, jetting off to sip Mai Tais at the same time as her courting implodes. It smells faux a mile off. Seizing the possibility to swoop in on her susceptible estranged wife, Becky tells Lisa to overlook Carla and experience Christmas. She is systematically dismantling Lisa's hope, setting apart her from reality. Becky delights in giving her ex a rub-down, after which actions in for a kiss. This intimacy feels predatory. Becky is exploiting Lisa's grief and confusion to computer virus her manner returned in. Determined, Becky reminds Lisa that there may be not anything preventing them reuniting. However, later Lisa famous in which her coronary heart absolutely lies. She texts Carla, admitting she'd do something to win her returned. Good on you, Lisa. True love is preventing through the fog of gaslighting. However, as Becky enjoys an appropriate own circle of relatives Christmas, Lisa's shaken through the information that Carla in no way truly checked into her resort in Lanzarote. The penny is subsequently dropping. The cocktail photographs had been a smokescreen. This appears rather demanding and suspicious. However, what is absolutely going on? Becky's schemes are beginning to get to the bottom of. Our secret agent factors out. Kit's suspicious over Costello's whereabouts and Lisa's digging in her heels over Spain. It's time for extreme action. Becky is cornered. And a cornered animal bites. Desperate to ensnare her own circle of relatives, Becky makes an excessive and threatening pass to show they may be an instantaneously threat and want to transport to Spain proper away. She is production a disaster to pressure their hand. With the plan in motion, Becky persuades Lisa and Betsy to ditch their telephones and the trio put together to move to the ferry. Ditching the telephones is the very last step in general isolation. No GPS, no requires help. Simply Becky and her hostages at the open water. Unable to attain Carla for a very last goodbye, Lisa steels herself to bid farewell to Weatherfield, asking Sarah Barlow to go back her engagement ring for her. That ring handover is a sad image of defeat. Have Becky's evil video games paid off and separated Carla and Lisa for all time, and in which has Carla disappeared to? I even have a terrible feeling Carla is not in Lanzarote at all. Is she tied up in a boot somewhere? Trapped in a cellar? If Becky has harmed the queen of the Cobbles, there could be hell to pay.
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.